Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, a very good defense will be on the field. The Dolphins are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Jets offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Shift together here from the D-line.
Hurry up, here we go. Over. Back 99 Philly, here we go. He's cracked. Check it crack. Check four. Hot.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down defensively. They were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
All right, here we go. Green, 30. Back 99 Philly. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Slam.
They run with Ajayi. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And some options here for the offense on second and 2.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now. Green. Over. No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Now let's go. 3-19. Watch it now, Marty. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Here's Ajayi. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Gone. Green 39. Detroit. Here we go now. Blue 90.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Garoppolo now. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First carry for Matt Forte. Matt Forte with green grass ahead. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte, 77 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now it's Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain. And this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here. So they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And he finds Stills complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
This is Ajayi. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney.
Now Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Watch it now, Barney.
They start on the ground with Forte. And, the ball's out. Forte loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable 3rd down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
On 1st down, this is Forte. Always got some breathing room. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Matt Forte with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. He knew what else he should do. If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now let's go. 3-19. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And Stills over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch 7. Watch 7. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99. Set. 3-19.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out now come the Jets. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved. And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen. And the D looking like they may blitz. Following the penalty, it's Forte. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it a second down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 56.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
No. Check. 319. 319.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A dump off to Forte. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Stay on the ground. Forte again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. They'll drop to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jordan Phillips able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here. To begin the drive. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go. Green 39, Green 39.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive begins with a run by Forte. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throw here out of the gun. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. This is Forte. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. to the ground on first. It's Forte. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Second down, Forte. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll give it up to Forte. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Third down, here's Forte. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Matt Forte on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Muhammad Wilkerson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Second down, here's Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17.
Watch it now, Barney. Check 24. Watch 24.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Going deep here for Landry. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And the lead will shrink to 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On the counter, Forte. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Again they run. Again it's Forte. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you up to Orlando. And with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Sets up the screen to Forte. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. To throw. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a toss. This is Forte. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now back to throw. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he is all the way up past the 25. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, it stays up. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. 56. Come on, boys. 56. Check 56.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. It's a foot race. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Garoppolo now. Flush to his right. And some room to roam now. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Play now for Forte. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll go with the keeper.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run with Forte. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Play clock winding down. Back now in Miami. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and the organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. I got you, 23.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jordan Phillips able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. The play clock's running down. That's taken at around the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So now here come the Dolphins. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Parker, left side. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up with Anthony Fasano. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now let's go! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And it's the Vikings that have taken the lead there in the late stages. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Damian Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run.
Whoosh.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte, 79 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
second down. Here's Garoppolo. Well, Philip Dorsett hauls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They come up in an offset eye. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Switch up.
Garoppolo again. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darren Lee picks it, and they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second down following the run.
Here we go.
Now a run with Forte. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the defense searches for 1 more stop here after the run on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Minneapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Jets, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.